Imagine a man standing in a department store, staring at two pairs of boots. One is thin, glued together footwear for $50. The other pair is thick, full-grain leather with a sturdy Goodyear welt, costing $350. It is a stark contrast. Our man is a hard worker and prides himself on being financially responsible. He looks at that higher price tag and simply scoffs. He tells himself that spending that much on a single pair of shoes is a luxury he cannot afford, so he buys the cheaper pair. He walks out of the store feeling smart, convinced he just saved $300, but in reality, he is completely and utterly wrong. This is not just a story about boots. It is a deep dive into the fascinating and often brutal field of money psychology today. It explains why intelligent, financially responsible people repeatedly make decisions that quietly make them poorer over the course of their entire lives. He did not save money at all. Instead, he signed up for a hidden tax that will quietly drain his bank account for decades. He walked directly into the $2,000 boot trap, a cycle of constant replacement that keeps the working class perpetually struggling to survive. Modern frugal living often teaches us to chase the lowest price, suggesting that saving means keeping more cash in our pocket today. But in the real world, the lowest price and the lowest lifetime cost are rarely the same thing, creating a dangerous financial illusion. The man in the $50 boots thinks he is being disciplined, believing he is winning the game of personal finance every single day. But 7 months later, his boots are finished. The glue has failed, the thin leather has cracked, and the sole has completely collapsed. The foam inside the sole has flattened into a painful pancake, forcing him to realize that his bargain was actually a costly mistake. He goes back to the store and buys another $50 pair, repeating this cycle year after year, trapped by his own frugality. Because he is committed to this cheap habit, he will spend $1,000 over the next 20 years on low-quality footwear. These boots always look bad and always hurt his feet, yet he continues to believe he is saving money by avoiding the expensive pair. Meanwhile, the person who bought the $350 pair is still wearing them, enjoying comfort and durability every single day. They have been resoled twice for a fraction of the original cost, proving that quality is an investment that pays off over time. They look better now than they did the day they were bought, standing as a testament to the value of long-term thinking. This is the poverty premium in action, the hidden financial force that traps people in a cycle of constant, unnecessary replacement. For years, the Buy It for Life community has understood this principle, recognizing the trap of the so-called replacement economy. When you lack the upfront capital to buy quality, you are forced into a cycle where you essentially subscribe to products you own. You are not really buying a toaster, you are subscribing to a 2-year toaster cycle that drains your wallet and fills landfills. You are not buying a car. You are subscribing to a cycle of constant repairs and rapid depreciation that keeps you perpetually broke. Marketers understand the field of consumer psychology extremely well, knowing most people compare price tags rather than lifetime ownership costs. They have optimized their business models for this cycle of constant replacement, relying on the fact that you will return every year. This is planned obsolescence in its simplest form, where products are designed to be replaced rather than repaired or maintained. It is a system built to reward those who already have assets and punish those who are desperately trying to build them. If you cannot afford the entry fee of $350, the system charges you a convenience fee of $50. This fee is paid every few months for the rest of your life, ensuring you never quite get ahead of your expenses. To understand why this keeps happening to smart people, we have to look at the Vimes Boots theory of socioeconomic unfairness. This concept comes from the late writer Terry Pratchett, who observed that the rich stay rich because they spend less money. A rich person could buy leather boots that would keep their feet dry for 10 years, saving them from constant replacement costs. A poor person, who could only afford cheap boots, would have spent more on footwear over that same decade than the rich person. The poor person would have spent $50 every year, totaling $500 after a decade while still having wet feet. The rich person spent $50 once and has dry feet, illustrating the massive gap between short-term savings and long-term wealth. But there is a deeper layer to this, asking why we keep choosing the cheap option even when the math fails us. Why do we fall for the trap of short-term affordability, ignoring the long-term consequences of our immediate financial decisions? This field is known as behavioral economics, where one of the best-known findings is something called hyperbolic discounting. Our brains are hardwired to value the present significantly more than the future, prioritizing immediate affordability over lower cost per wear. Our ancestors survived by thinking about today, as they did not have the luxury of making 20-year financial plans for survival. But in the modern economy, this evolutionary trait becomes a liability, causing us to make poor choices that hurt our future selves. Let us look at the actual math, where a $50 boot lasting 1 year costs $50 per year of use. A pair of $350 boots lasting 15 years costs about $23 per year before any resoling. The expensive boots were actually the cheaper boots, but hyperbolic discounting creates a psychological glitch that blinds us to this reality. It makes that $300 difference feel like an impossible hurdle today, even if it saves you thousands of dollars tomorrow. The system is optimized for your present bias, not your future wealth preservation, keeping you locked in a cycle of poverty. This is where the scarcity brain takes over, narrowing your mental bandwidth when you are under significant financial pressure. You lose the ability to think about wealth preservation because you are too busy figuring out how to cover this month's rent. The problem is often not poor judgment but limited cash flow, forcing you to optimize for the lowest possible exit of cash. This creates a self-reinforcing cycle where you buy cheap boots because you are broke and stay broke because you replace them. The system does not just take your money. It takes your ability to think long-term, keeping you focused on immediate survival. Institutional incentives are built around this narrow focus, but an entire industry exists for those who want to escape the loop. Brands such as Red Wing or Thursday Boots follow a different philosophy, building boots that can be repaired instead of replaced. By using a Goodyear welt, these companies allow you to replace the sole while keeping the upper, protecting your initial investment. You are buying a productive asset, not a consumptive one, which is the key to breaking the cycle of the poverty premium. The Red Wing Iron Ranger has become an icon for this movement, built to be a one-time purchase that lasts decades. Real wealth building is not just about buying more assets. It is also about stopping the unnecessary costs of constant replacement. When you understand the boot trap, you start seeing the poverty premium everywhere, from your kitchen appliances to your daily tools. To understand why this keeps happening to smart people, we must look at the Vimes Boots theory of socioeconomic unfairness. This concept, popularized by Terry Pratchett, illustrates how the rich save money by purchasing high-quality items that last for years. A wealthy person buys one pair of boots for $300 that lasts a decade, while others pay $50 annually. Over 10 years, the person buying cheap boots spends $500, yet their feet remain wet and their wallet remains empty. But why do we consistently choose the cheaper option, even when the long-term math clearly shows it is the more expensive path? The answer lies in behavioral economics, specifically a phenomenon known as hyperbolic discounting, which fundamentally alters our perception of value. Our brains are evolutionarily hardwired to prioritize immediate survival and present-day affordability over distant, future financial gains. We perceive that $300 price tag as an impossible hurdle today, ignoring the thousands of dollars saved over the next decade. This psychological glitch makes the cheaper, lower-quality option feel like a win, even as it drains our resources over the long term. When you add the scarcity brain into this equation, the situation becomes even more difficult for the average consumer to navigate. Financial pressure narrows our mental bandwidth, forcing us to focus entirely on covering immediate costs like rent and monthly bills. In this state of scarcity, we lose the luxury of long-term planning, making it nearly impossible to invest in durable, high-quality assets. This creates a self-reinforcing cycle where we buy cheap because we are broke, and we stay broke because we replace items constantly. Manufacturers understand this dynamic perfectly and optimize their business models to exploit our need for immediate, low-cost entry points. They build products designed for the replacement economy, ensuring you will return to the store in 12 months for the exact same item. This is planned obsolescence in its simplest form, a system built to reward existing wealth while punishing those trying to build it. However, an entire industry exists for those who want to escape this loop, focusing on products that are built to be repaired. Brands like Red Wing, Thursday Boots, and Solovair use construction methods like the Goodyear welt to ensure a boot can be resold. By choosing these items, you are no longer just a consumer, you are investing in a productive asset that lasts for decades. The Red Wing Iron Ranger has become an icon of this movement, representing a one-time purchase that defies the cycle of replacement. Real wealth building is not just about earning more, It is about stopping the unnecessary replacement costs that bleed your income dry. When a manufacturer optimizes for repeat purchases instead of durability, they are effectively tax farming your future income for their own profit. Once you recognize the boot trap, you start seeing this poverty premium everywhere, from your kitchen appliances to your home maintenance. Consider the common non-stick pan, which flakes and fails after 2 years, forcing you to buy a replacement over and over again. Compare that to a cast iron skillet, which costs a bit more upfront but will literally outlive your children and your grandchildren. The same principle applies to home maintenance, where a cheap plastic vacuum ends up in a landfill, while a professional model remains serviceable. Professional-grade tools might cost 3 times more initially, but they function as productive assets rather than temporary, disposable expenses. The system quietly turns short-term affordability into a long-term expense, keeping you trapped in a cycle of constant, unnecessary consumption. Buy it for life is not just a niche hobby. It is a fundamental financial strategy for escaping the hidden poverty premium. It is about realizing that durability is an investment and that every repairable item you own is a victory against the system. But there is an even bigger question regarding what happens when the products we rely on most start following these disposable rules. What happens when our technology and our vehicles follow an anti-repair matrix, making it impossible for us to fix what we own? In our next investigation, we will examine how the shift to sealed batteries and non-serviceable parts is the ultimate wealth transfer. If you cannot fix your most expensive tools, do you truly own them, or are you just renting them until they break? The answer starts with a hidden rule almost nobody is taught, and it is a rule that is currently shaping your financial future. Stop being a passive participant in the trap, and start becoming a strategist who understands the true cost of everything you buy.